Ki he mauri ora, e ngā tai e whā, tēnā koutou, piki mai, kake mai. He mihi ana tuatahi, ki ngā raukura o te mate, kua maunu atu ki moana uriuri. Moe mai rā Mike Price, haere atu rā e te rangatira. E te iwi, kia nāhau tātou, engari me te aki tātou i a tātou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa. Kia ora anō hackers and welcome to GovHack 2022. To those from across our country, greetings to you. Lovely to see both old and new faces. To those watching from across the ditch, howdy, good to see you fellas too. It is important to remember those that have come before us and made significant strides in this kaupapa. It is their work that we now build upon. We want to take the time to acknowledge and honour the passing of Mātua Mike Price, a rangatira of the GovHack kaupapa. The effort, energy and impact that Mike brought to the GovHack space will not be forgotten. You will be missed, our dear friend. To those in attendance, the purpose of this event is to bring together amazing people with amazing ideas to help solve real-world challenges through harnessing open source data. You have chosen to use tech and data for good, and in our book, you are all Jedi. So, lightsabers out, force power and exercise, phases set to stun, and let's do this. And yes, I just integrated the two star cannons together, so calm down, my fellow geeks. Small bit of advice from us to you. Analyze the challenges, design think, zoom out to zoom in, and don't leave your videos for too late. Society needs your A game, so show them what you got. Please remember to look after each other over the next couple of days. And finally, have fun, my dudes. It's a hackathon. Stay amazing, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Ellie, for welcoming everyone to GovHack Aotearoa. You've captured the heart and spirit of GovHack Aotearoa. Very inspiring. Hi, I'm Stu. I'm the Aotearoa New Zealand Operations Manager for GovHack 2022. We can't do this event without the support from our local government, local universities, local businesses, and community volunteers. A big thank you to this year's sponsors who allow us to keep the event free, open to anyone, all ages, and all backgrounds. Infosys is our lead international sponsor this year, returning again for the 5th year in a row. Thank you to Torrens University Australia, our international event partner, providing multiple venues around Australia and New Zealand. Thank you to Trimble, Smart Christchurch, Media Design School, UC Centre of Entrepreneurship, and Questionable Labs, helping make GovHack possible year in out. I'd like to call up our lead local government sponsor, Smart Christchurch, to talk about their involvement in GovHack this year.
Kia ora from Aotearoa Christchurch. I'm Michael Healy from the Smart Christchurch program. The Smart Christchurch program has been running for 6 years now, and it works with fellow innovators on finding innovative, creative solutions to a wide range of opportunities and problems. As well as working with our colleagues within council, we work with local startups, established companies, education providers, and a wide range of people from across the city and country. We're very excited about being involved with GovHack 2022, as one of the key priorities for our program is to leverage the collective genius around that, and what better way to do that than with GovHack. We've come up with 3 challenges for you this year. One is around coming up with the next generation of public transport. The second is around managing the growing problem of flooding within our city environment. And lastly, the third challenge is around how we manage foreign bodies and pollution in our waterways. We're really excited to be part of GovHack and can't wait to see what you come up with and encourage you to take part in our challenges. Ka kite anō.
Thanks, Michael. Inspiring stuff. Team's going to be eager to get those challenges when the details are revealed at 7 o'clock. Okay, so let's look at the weekend ahead for those who are returning and those newbies. So over the next 46 hours, teams will compete in cities all over Australia and New Zealand to hack open data in new and engaging ways, to festival ideas in response to the challenges posed by our sponsors. Now, we're not talking about hacking the government. We're looking for a quick or elegant solution to a particular problem. We're looking to use this data to make our cities better in all places. Our events are free, and to make sure we focus on our hackers, GovHack is a volunteer-driven organization. We want to promote open government data to improve our skills in ways that would better the communities from the ideas that come out. We believe in open data access. Data and outcomes for this weekend will be released as open source licenses that other people can take and further the ideas. Now let's get into some housekeeping, code of conduct for the weekend. We want to play nice. We want it to be fair or go home. GovHack should be an awesome experience for everyone. So we're all going to abide by this, from participants, volunteers, sponsors, and mentors, to ensure GovHack is safe and harassment-free in our environment. So please let anybody in the GovHack team know on email or Slack if something's happened to you. Let's talk about photography. We encourage people to take photos, share them across the event. But we need to give people the chance to opt out, and please comply with that request if somebody wants to delete their image. If you know someone is not keen on taking photos, you'll see an indicator on their physical and online badges for those teams collaborating in digital environments. We're really keen for you to share. So when we're sharing, you got to use the hashtag GovHack. Use the Google Photos share if you really want to socialize your work and the team photo. So govhack.org photos-2022. Now, Slack is where it's at. This is where all the communication happens over the weekend. For those returning, it's govhackhq.slack.com. For new people, register at govhack.org/Slack. And we have these Slack channels to contact mentors, get support, find team members. We have talk channels for talking directly to sponsors. So we've got Infosys, Smart Christchurch, good examples for New Zealand. We're all going to be in the main regional channel that's Hack NZ. But you can also connect with mixed teams across Australia and New Zealand. Now, quick note on mixed teams. If you are mixing a digital New Zealander with a physical Australian team or vice versa, you've got to pick which region you're all in. And that person has to be physically in one of them. And that will actually dictate the sort of challenges you can go after as well. So think about that. But look forward to the collaboration between Australia and New Zealand if we need to do it. So let's have a look at how the event will run in more detail. So shortly at 7 o'clock tonight, the challenges will be announced. We want to explore them. We want to chat with mentors. How can we assist you in forming teams or adding an extra member to an existing team? We're going to be mulling around a physical venue. You'll be all on Slack and communicating. Now, in terms of team size, our indications, usually it's up to 10 people. Generally, the average is going to be around 4. And, you know, when you're looking for teams, you're looking for diversity. You got a coder, you got someone looking for data crunching, data analytics. Someone's going to be doing the creative side, video editing. Someone's going to facilitate the team. Someone's going to have a business perspective. And this is really good. It's going to give you that diversity of thinking to really produce, the better hack. So, yeah. These roles are also on your lanyard, and you'll see these on screen. These are the icons that indicate, your skills and things of interest. So hopefully you'll be, forming nicely balanced teams. What else are we doing this evening? We are brainstorming ideas. Check out some challenges will overlap with each other, so you can actually respond to multiple challenges with one idea. And this is really the sweet spot you want to get to. You're able to select up to 5 challenges to work on. with only one project entry. So let's think about that. Let's start your project page. You're going to create a team page. You're going to invite all your members through their email address, and you're going to manage your account and accept all your team members into the project. Look, there's got to be local venue hosts. There's people on Slack really to help you in this phase. This is your Friday phase. Challenges and people. Find a spot in the venue, and make it your own. So we've thought about. You've got a team and you've got some challenges in mind. So we're going to recommend that by midday, you've selected your challenge. We really want to work on that one challenge idea over the weekend competition. So let's lock them in early. When we're going to come around on Saturday, there's actually a 10 o'clock mentors morning tea. Look out for that. We're going to be milling around. We've got different experts and different data sets and video editing, any of the tools that the sponsors are providing, or even connect you in with one of the sponsors under the talk channel. We're going to be doing that on Saturday, maybe suggesting some potential challenges that you've missed on any of the ideas you're doing. Look out for live stream trivia game. I think Livia might be managing it. I'm not too sure. I think she will be. And that'll be an exciting thing to all join at 9 o'clock New Zealand time. It's all live across Australia. They're doing it at this very same moment. So everybody's competing within a challenge, within the competition. So yeah, some tips for judging, for those judges. Let's take lots of photos of your work, a lot of screenshots, doodles, whiteboards. We really want to see your evidence. We want to see somebody cutting some code. We're going to be checking our code into source control as well, but just really lots of stuff like that to show how you came to your idea. We really want to start mocking up prototypes. Storyboards are kind of going to be in here. You're going to get your basic framework of a video maybe in play, get someone to start that. And that's really going to help showcase what you're doing for the judges. Now, on Saturday night, I think you got to really understand your idea, its purpose. It's going to happen sometime in the evening. It did happen for me that time when I did it, and it's a great moment. Believe in it. Think about the citizen that you're going to help, and also think about the judges as well. So what else are we doing on Saturday? We're going to cite your data sets from the Hackerspace portal. Now, some challenges have the data already linked. You'll find that in the challenge page. Others you'll find under the dataset portals. You just need to go find them. There'll be some hints on the challenges, what data sets would apply. Just apply one or more. And then you link them directly to your project page. Now, storyboarding, get that sorted out on Saturday. Visuals, start your narrative, start some text ideas, get the overall structure of the story to tell, define the problem. What's the problem we're solving? Discuss, think about your approach, discuss that in your storyboard, your solutions, and don't forget to showcase your team as well. Show some team shots. Maybe some team, you may want to do a play act, and some people are doing a few skits within the video. Don't forget, by the end of Saturday, you've got a team name, project name. Now, just a little tip, they default to a number, so you want to change that. It's also important to figure out what license you want to be under. So creative, you're doing a creative challenge, which may be a physical create, could be a visual. Creative Commons would make sense, or code, a tech centered one, GNU. But generally, we're looking for open source licenses. So we're in Sunday. Okay, it's sort of the last day. There's a bit of a panic coming in, and you feel like you need more time. Now get to the heart of your project. Don't worry about it. You can mock up some stuff you didn't really finish. So just do a quick screen snap. Put that in as a still or something in your video. But make sure you're showcasing your hack, the things that are working, something that's prototyping, and make sure you're giving it a good test and capturing that in your video. Now, your friend is the handbook, the competitor's handbook that's in the hackerspace. check it out. It's got so many resources, even video editing, great suggestions on what you should be sculpting on the Sunday for your video. Remember, there's more things to submit just in your video. But you know, the video itself, it's going to be big. It's going to be a large upload. Give it some time. So 4 o'clock really should be uploading your video. It's going to be slow. Everyone's going to be doing the same upload, and it's going to be clogging the Wi-Fi, right? So allow enough time for that. Now, yeah, you want to, we know that the 5 o'clock is the deadline. So, you know, it's going to be locked down, and it's going to be, you can't really change it after that. If, however, there are some problems, please let our volunteers know, make them aware that something happened, the dog jumped on the laptop or something else. We can take that into consideration if you give us a lot more time that something's really gone astray. So, but yeah, on Sunday, you got to complete your data story and, you know, complete your citation for your data. You know, what are we doing on the video? You want to be making sure it's on YouTube or Vimeo. It's really got to be accessible by anybody. So it's got to be freely accessible by the public. And they check the integrity of the timestamp, of course. Now, once that's uploading, you've got to really complete everything else. So I mentioned source controls. You've got GitHub. If you've got a tech project or Bitbucket, you know, more creative people might be doing something, you know, you're building something or doing a mock-up visual, use Dropbox, use Google Drive for that. But just make sure it's accessible by the judges so they can really give it their good on checking out all your inspiring stuff. If it's a web-based application, you know, there's a place for a demo link. If you've got that web page open, provide that there, or an interactive interface. If there is a physical challenge that you're doing, you can do a 30-second clip, nothing too more than that. Take it from different angles. So, you know, you can add it at that point as a demo link. But yeah, get all those URLs onto that project page. You know, the video will pretty quickly give you the final URL. So grab that even while it's uploading, get it in the project page, you get somebody really focused on that, get it all in before 5 o'clock on Sunday. Okay. Now we're getting close to starting. We're getting very close to starting. So here's our lead international sponsor, Andrew Groth from Infosys. Let's hear from Andrew.
Greetings all. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians where I'm coming in from today, the Ngunnawal people. And I'd like to thank their elders past and present for looking after these lands and these waterways for many, many generations. And to all Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders right across Australia, my respects. And kia ora to all of those joining us from New Zealand. My name is Andrew Groth. I lead the Infosys business across Australia and New Zealand, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you all to GovHack 2022. This is the 5th year of GovHack and Infosys partnering, and I'm really delighted that you're all able to join us, participating from right across these two great nations. It's a really exciting time of year for us here at Infosys, because GovHack brings together people from right across our communities to build new ideas. And this year is particularly special. At last, we have the opportunity to gather in person after 2 years of primarily virtual engagements. And the theme for GovHack this year, it's something that's really close to our heart at Infosys. It's focused on environment, social and governance, ESG. It's a really important time for us to prioritise ideas in ESG, including climate change, skills development, inclusion and diversity, health, well-being, data governance. ESG is really core to our purpose at Infosys, our purpose of amplifying human potential. And this collaboration with GovHack enables us to help support all of you in the creation of sustainable and equitable ideas that will help us all make our communities better. At Infosys, We've made some significant strides in the ESG space. We're really proud we've been carbon neutral since 2020, 30 years ahead of the Paris Accord. And we're committed to building digital skills across the globe, over 10 million people globally by 2025. And we continue to build, scale, and encourage our ecosystem, our partners, to invest in ESG-focused programs. We've all seen significant acceleration in technology investments over the last few years. Organisations have had to change rapidly and build at scale digital services that have helped improve customer experience and maintain businesses in a very challenging environment. However, it's also important that these programs are sustainable. They have to be inclusive and they have to have robust governance. And GovHack gives us that license, that opportunity to take a step back and make sure we're building digital services that are sustainable and that truly have value for all, that are equitably distributed. One suggestion I have for you this year, as you think about the GovHack theme, is to ensure that you consider the whole ESG spectrum. Think about this when you're thinking about your ideas. All right across the board, environment, social, and governance are important. They're all critical to be an equitable and sustainable community. Sometimes the S and the G, they receive a little bit less attention. So think about this right across the board. And I'd love to make a big shout out to all the GovHack team, all the partners and sponsors for, again, year after year, creating such an amazing environment, such an amazing hybrid festival of ideas. So this year we have 3 challenges for you across this ESG spectrum. And I really encourage you to look at each one of them. Please have a look at our International Challenge, our Australia Challenge, and our New Zealand Challenge. And on that note, I'd like to conclude by wishing each and every one of you the very best of wishes for GovHack. I look forward to seeing the amazing ideas that I know are going to come out of this, and I look forward to celebrating those ideas at the GovHack Red Carpet Awards. Happy hacking and welcome all to GovHack 2022. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thanks, Andrew. Now, let's turn over to launch. Now handing over to Jason, the International Operations Lead for the launch of the challenges.
Welcome to GovHack 2022. Since its first year as a small data mashup event in 2009, GovHack has grown to an international competition that brings thousands of people together across Australia and New Zealand to come up with creative and innovative ideas by combining the skills and knowledge of talented changemakers with the power of open government data. We welcome back many familiar faces as well as many new GovHackers to experience this special environment that happens when people get together to bounce ideas and create clever new things to make a better world. You're part of the largest open data hackathon in the Southern Hemisphere. You have everything that you need to compete in the GovHack Handbook along with the Hackerspace. The Handbook is a great resource for outlining what you need to know, what you need to do, and what you need to do it by and when. The Hackerspace is where all the magic happens. The challenges, the ideas, and the teams all happen on the Hackerspace. We even have many years that you can look back on and see what people before you have come and gone. We've had websites, mobile apps, board games, 3D models, laser cuttings, and even a song or two. GovHack is about ideas, the great ideas that make the use of open data and how you can use this to respond to challenges. After you finish watching this video, the next thing that you want to do is form a team. The local hosts or our online volunteers can help with this. Then head over to the Hackerspace to create your team project page and get access to the information about the challenges that you'll be able to participate in. Make sure to check out the challenges that you want to be involved in and what's actually involved in each of these. Once you've selected the ones you want to work on, it's time to enter that challenge. You can enter up to 5 challenges with a single project if the challenge themes overlap. Don't try and pack everything into a project, but where it makes sense add those challenges to your project. This year we'll be using Slack to form teams, communicate with mentors and coaches, and communicate competition details, and especially supporting our remote competitors. To join Slack, go to govhack.org/Slack. If you have joined Slack previously when participating in GovHack, you can find it again by going to govhackhq.slack.com. We have some great challenges that you can enter this year. Make sure that you have a read about what makes each challenge different and what data sets are needed to be used in the challenges. Not all challenges are created equal, so make sure that you take the time to have a read of all of them. You never know what great insight that you can bring to the challenges with just a weekend. We have some great sponsors that make it possible to have all of these events each year across Australia and New Zealand. They ensure that every event is free to attend, anyone with a desire to attend. Please make sure to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors and partners. Without you, GovHack wouldn't be possible. Thank you very much. This competition has now commenced. You have until Sunday, 5 p.m. to submit your entries. Good luck, have fun, and play fair.
Competition is now open. Time to find out what these challenges are all about in more detail. So to give you these medallions and some of these prizes that we've been talking about, let's have a look at them. Challenges, GovHack 2022, drum roll. This is what you've been waiting for. Okay, off the bat, let's go. It's from Infosys, managing or repurposing the COVID-19 equipment waste. Okay, so we're very familiar with this. It's an international challenge across New Zealand and Australia. How might we help rethink, repurpose, or manage the present and future of COVID-19 equipment waste? Infosys, New Zealand only challenge. Come on, Kiwis. It's a technology literacy challenge in a digital first world. Connected digital technologies are rapidly changing the way we live, learn, and work. Digital literacy is an important challenge facing New Zealand, leading to digital exclusion. So how can we build a system that helps advance technology literacy in New Zealand and help advance the community equitably? That's a hard word to say. And the New Zealand Owning Challenge. Come on, Kiwis. So this is from Trimble, Questionable Labs, Media Design School, Centre for Entrepreneurship, and Smart Christchurch. Our council is asking you to help reduce waste dumped in our waterways. How can we use data to create actionable insights that reduce pollution around our city waterways, improve water quality, protect our sea life, and positively impact the food chain? This one is around litter intelligence, and I'm actually a citizen scientist on this one and actually have personal experience creating some of this government data. Another New Zealand challenge from our set of sponsors: best utilization of public transportation for climate impact. How can we use data to make buses to be attractive transport option for citizens, be more flexible, available when you need them, safer, more sustainable and efficient? You know, Uber buses or something. This is great. Let's innovate around that. Community design for flood mitigation. How might we use data to identify and improve water management for our regions? New Zealand's had a lot of floods recently. It's very topical. How do we stop water going into our streets and our drains? How do we catch it? Or, man, there's some great possibilities with that challenge. Hey, that's all of our challenges. Now we're at time. Those are the challenges that you're playing for. So off you go. Do your team forming. Got a couple of hours to do that. Have fun. Play safe. And I look forward to seeing the outcome on Sunday evening. See everybody.